grew up in Black Bear, where my father ran the second-best store in town. I wasn't poor, but I carried clubs at Sherry Island for money. Winter left the course silent and cold, and I hated that emptiness. But in my dreams, I came alive. I saw myself standing on the green, facing main line with the hat-trick. I beat him cleanly, hole after hole, while the crowd watched. I shook hands with confidence, walking proudly like Mortimer Jones was already part of their world. Then, one morning, something happened that changed me. She appeared, Judy Jones.
Well, it's certainly a nice day, Hilda. Well, I guess there aren't many people out here this morning, are there?
I heard her say. She drew down the corners of her mouth, smiled, and glanced furtively out, her eyes in transit, falling for an instant on me.
Yes,
Boy, do you know where the golf teacher is?
he is giving a lesson.
Do you know where is the caddy master is?
He isn't here this morning.
We would like to get a caddy. Mr. Mother John said us out to play golf, and we don't know how without getting a caddy.
There aren't any caddies here except me, and I got to stay here in charge until the caddy master gets here.
Oh.
Judy argues with her nose. She suddenly grabs a golf club, slams it on the ground, then lifts it to strike. The nose sizes it just in time and twisted it from her hands. That day, I quit my job. I handed in my badge and walked away, trembling but certain. I didn't fully understand it then, but I was already chasing my winter dreams of beauty, wealth, and glory, and they all began with that little girl's smile. Years passed. I left Black Bear and entered college, but I never finished. I wanted wealth more than study. I went into the laundry business, and with tireless ambition, I made myself a success. By the time I was 23, I owned the largest string of the laundries in the region. The Sherry Island crowd, the wealthy men I once served as a caddy, now recognized me as one of them, and Mr. Hat-trick had invited me to play golf tomorrow at the Sherry Island Club. She was wearing a blue gingham dress, her eyes alive with passion. At 11, she was awkward. Now she was breathtaking, beautiful, restless, impossible to forget.
My God! The attributes of this crazy woman of the course is outrageous.
You like an idol fruit? Thank you for nothing.
You hit me in the stomach.
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. I yelled for her. Did you get out into the room?
When she stepped off for her shot, I couldn't take my eyes off her. The gawky thinness I remembered from the little girl of 11 has vanished. In its place was the striking beauty. Her blue gingham dress, etched in white, made her suntan skin glow. The warmth in her cheeks seemed to flicker like a living flame, ready to fade at any moment, and the restless curve of her mouth gave her an air of intense, passionate vitality tempered only by the sad depth of her eyes. Late afternoon at the Sherry Island Golf Club, the veranda was filled with guests finishing tea, and the sound of a piano drifted softly from inside. I stood at the edge of the garden. Apart from the crowd, Judy approached with a playful
There. Aren't you one of those men we played through this afternoon? Well, do you know how to drive a boat?
Because you do, I wish you drive my boat, so I can drive this boat behind.
My name is Rachel.
Her smirk was absurd yet beautiful. Everything about her was alive.
It's awfully cool. What's your name?
Dexter,
Well, why don't you come to dinner tomorrow night?
The drawing room was hushed and still. The clock had ceased its gentle.
Do you mind if I whip a little?
I'm afraid I'm boring you.
You are not. I like you. But I just had a terrible afternoon. There was a man I cared about. And he told me out of a clear sky that he was poor as just mouse. That's not right. Who are you? Anyhow,
I'm nobody. My career is largely a matter of future.
are you poor?
No, I'm probably making more money than any man my age in the Northwest. I know it sounds obnoxious, but you told me to start, right?
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see where spring is.
Everything between me and Judy began that way. I gave a part of myself to the most alluring and unprincipled girl I had ever met. She never schemed. She simply used her charm to captivate me. I never wanted to change her, even though her flaws were offset by that passionate energy. That first night, as she rested her head on my shoulder, she whispered, "Last night I thought I was in love with someone, and tonight I think I'm in love with you." Hearing that, I thought it was the most beautiful and romantic thing I would ever heard. After a week, she took me on a picnic, a romantic date I had always longed for. She suddenly told me that she had an appointment to sign a contract with a foreign partner and had to leave immediately or she would be late. I felt disappointed because our date ended so quickly and she hurried back.
You told me you were busy, and I saw you kiss him in his arm.
Dexter, don't be angry. Please, it didn't mean anything. No, you're different.
Different. You said that before. Then why do I always find you with someone else?
Because I hate to feel alone. I want to feel one. I want to feel alive. But you, Dexter, you are the one I care about. Don't leave me.
Her words, her eyes, her thought, everything pulled me back into her world, and I thought I knew she might break me again. I could not walk away. After all, Judy Jones, she was still my dream, a dream I drowned in, a dream I could not awake from. After that quarrel with Judy, I tried to escape her shadow. For a while, I told myself she was gone. Months passed. That was when I met Irene Shearer, a girl so kind, so steady, so safe. With her, life seemed calm at last, and so I asked for her hand, hoping I had finally left Judy behind. It was evening at the Sherry Island Club. A littering party was underway. I stood with a drink in hand, trying to appear calm. Across the room, Judy stood in a pale dress, radiant as she scanned the crowd. Our eyes met, and she crossed the room toward me. She suddenly leaned close to me with a smile. "Have you missed me?" I answered shortly, guarded. "Everybody missed you." I wonder if she knew about Irene. She had been gone only a day, yet her absence had already shaken my engagement. She laughed softly, her eyes never leaving mine. "What a remark. You're handsome than you used to be, Dexter. You have the most memorable eyes." Her words cut into me, sweet, dangerous, impossible to resist.
I'm awful with everything done. I wish I could marry you.
The words stunned me. She said them as if they meant nothing, and yet to me they meant everything. I could have told her about Irene, but I didn't. Her confidence was overwhelming, as if she could not imagine a world where I could not choose her. I should have resisted. I should have turned back to Irene. Her tears melted my heart. All my reason faded away, and that night I fell in love with her once again. Years later, strangely, I never regretted that night with Judy, even after a decade. Her brief flare of love cost me Irene and the trust of her family, but their pain left no mark on me. I was hard-minded. Public opinion meant nothing. When I saw I couldn't truly hold Judy, I felt no malice. I loved her and would love her until I was too old to love, but I could never have her. Even her final false excuse didn't anger me. In February, I planned to sell my laundry and move to New York, but the war came and I welcomed it as a release from the tangled emotions of my life. 7 years later, I was settled in New York, successful in my work, and thought I had nothing left to lose. One day, a man named Devlin mentioned Judy Jones, now Judy Sims, and told me she had faded, staying at home with her children while her husband drank and ran around. Hearing this, a dreadful sense overwhelmed me. The woman who had once been the dazzling center of my winter dreams had vanished, leaving only a shadow of her former self. I tried to recall her moonlit night, her smile, her sad eyes, but it was gone. For the first time, I wept, not for Judy, but for myself, for the youth and the illusions I had lost. The gate was closed, the sun had set, and my winter dreams would never return.